hours after the banquet. Why would you wait hours?
Prince Roland, are you sure you're not drunk?
Hardly. It was all an act. Convincing, no?
We cannot let our guard down. The real battle begins now.
But of course, I expect they will be here soon.
The battle to protect Roland from Silvio is at hand, but how will it end? Word of Silvio's betrayal reaches Landroy's ears. Eels? Ears! His ears! Come on, brain, what are you doing? And you did yours ages ago? Oh, nice. Well, I'm glad I can show you some new stuff.
My lord, House Tellior's betrayal has been confirmed. It appears Lord Silvio plans to launch a surprise attack on House Wolffort.
This is absolute madness. To think I would see the day 3 high houses fight each other. The glorious Glenbrook of the past is no longer. The dark days of war are upon us once more.
My lord, the Esfrosti army has entered our domain. They demand our surrender.
Ready your bows. It is time they witness the true valor of the high houses.
Man, I'm gonna finally, like, be able to go see Landroy, and he'll, like, his whole place will be just destroyed. And they'll be like, oh, it's nice to see you, and then he'll die, and I'll be very sad. Like, gosh darn it. Alright, Silvio. You monkey. Exactly.
It looks like my special wine put them right to sleep.
Just gotta set your house on fire, Landroy. It'll be fine.
Seize the prince, and kill the others to the last. How are you two still moving?
It would seem your wine did not have the intended effect.
It didn't take a trained eye to see straight through your plan. Your wine found a new home within our breast pockets.
You scheming bastards!
We could say the same of you.
This is where you meet your end, Lord Tellior.
That's my line, you whelp! I leave the rest to you, Rufus.
Well, well. Things are finally getting interesting.
Careful, Your Highness. They are after you.
Understood. Let us carve a path out of here and regroup with the others.
Betrayal beneath the Tellurian moon.
Is that Prince Roland? And House Wolffort? Must we really draw swords against them? Stop your cowering and fight! Spare no one! But leave the prince to me. I'll kill anyone who gets between us.
I'm sorry, my friend. Seems I forced you into another uncomfortable situation.
He's talking to the horse.
Our decision was made together, Roland. We must have faith in the path we chose. To arms, everyone! Let us cut our way through!
I shall try my level best.
The trail that we blaze.
I almost feel bad for you poor whelps. I'll split you in two!
Back at you! I'm a fool.
That is not good. That is not good things happening. These things that are happening
It wasn't good enough.
are very bad. Well, okay. We lost Serenoa. We've replaced Serenoa with a burning pile of grass. Let's see how long it takes everyone to notice.
You are overconfident.
You
Damn it! Time to retreat. You whelps haven't seen the last of me. Don't let anyone else kill you before I do.
We did it! Now to find Silvio.
and to resurrect Serenoa. Medal of Bravery! Nice. That was a pretty good map.
No, no, no! How could this happen to me?
This foolishness ends here, Lord Silvio.
Die with honor. Do not sully the repute of the High Houses any longer.
And just what good will honor do for me? For anyone? You refused to hand over Roland and received nothing. For your honor, you were attacked, isolated, and betrayed. Even if you kill me, nothing will change. Your deaths are inevitable. History will look back and laugh at the fall of House Wolffort, who could not see past their own noses.
Are those your final words?
No, not quite. Now, Rufus!
You'd better pay me, Silvio.
As long as I live, so shall the High Houses. Rest assured of that as you go to your graves.
One might almost admire his tenacity.
In any case, I am sure we can overcome any difficulties that await us.
Indeed. Glenbrook shall not fall, and neither will House Wolffort.
All right. If we've learned anything, it's we can't trust anyone. Literally
At
read.
the end of the battle against House Wolffort, Lord Silvio of Tellior leaves the field defeated. The victors, however, do not go by unscathed, repeated battles taking their toll on the soldiers. All goes according to Gustadolf's plan to weaken both houses. Landroy Falks, Lord of the Third of Glenbrook's High Houses, faces off against General of Laura.
Chapter 8, Part 3, Light and Shadow. The whole, like, splitting up a chapter into different parts. I'm like, well, just have it a different chapter. Defeated by Serenoa, Silvio desperately tries to flee.
I must survive. Somehow, I must survive. Ah!
Escaping all on your own, I see.
Rufus, what are you doing here?
I came to collect my reward.
Reward? Since when were losers ever rewarded?
I remember our deal differently.
As do I. I was promised an invincible executioner. You are nothing but a fraud, a sheep in wolf's clothing. What's so funny?
I have a new deal for you. Pay me what I'm owed or die.
I cannot give you what I do not possess. But if you kill me now, you will have lost to Wolffort with nothing to show for it.
Go on.
If you let me live, on the other hand, I will find the coin to pay you. What do you say? Do we have a deal?
Fine. But if I don't get that money, consider your life forfeit.
Bunch of dinguses. Alright. The Esfrosti army arrives in Falx to deal with the ever-defiant Landroy. Don't kill my boy Landroy. Don't do it. They're doing it. No. Dang it.
Far too much blood has been spilled.
I know how loyal you were to the late King Regna. We may be enemies, but you still have my respect. I would invite you to join our ranks.
Hell no.
You would dishonor me so.
I prefer it to your death.
Save your pity for someone who needs it. Your master will never have our loyalty, even if it means the end of the 3 high houses. Your Majesty, I serve you even in death.
Am I the baddie? Yes, Evlora, you are. Come on, man.
His plot foiled and bested in battle by House Wolffort, Silvio Tellior flees, leaving everything behind.
Landroy!
House Falx fights valiantly, but ultimately loses to General Evlora's army, and joins their late king in death. Of Glenbrook's 3 high houses, Wolffort, Tellior, and Falx, 2 are felled by the iron hammer of Esfrost. House Wolffort now stands alone, in more peril than ever.
This is fine. This is fine.
So, 2 of Glenbrook's 3 high houses have fallen. Esfrost's invasion took me by surprise at first, but this is quite the interesting turn.
Now Wolffort stands alone, having lost both the crown and its allies. There is no better time for us to act.
Then let us set the trap, brimming with bait enough to lure them in and keep them there.
As you command. The famed High House of the Salt Iron War will soon be under your thumb, my lord. Having control of their land will make our deliveries that much easier.
Indeed, and House End will prosper more than ever. Brute strength is not the only path to victory. A truly wise man can win without ever drawing his sword.
Joke's on you, I'm not trusting anyone.
My lord, a bird from Sorsley End of Hyzant has arrived. He has offered to send us provisions and funds in light of our situation.
A most welcome offer, to be sure, but why would he extend a helping hand to us now? Could he be after something?
Undoubtedly, there are regrettably none so altruistic amongst the Saintly Seven. Seeing as Minister Sorsley has never shown much interest in other nations, I can only surmise this is a ploy to put House Wolffort in his debt.
As I suspected. But our people and soldiers need all the help they can get. Let us accept his proposal. We can deal with whatever ulterior motives he may have once we are back on our feet.
Yeah.
Understood. We shall discuss our countermeasures at another time.
Avlora reports into Gustadolf, who muses on his next move. Move.
Congratulations on your victory in the Falk's domain, General.
Thank you, sir. They were proud warriors. And Lord Landroy a formidable foe despite his age.
I imagine he was content to breathe his last on his beloved fields. 30 years have passed since the Salt Iron War. It was time he was put to rest beside that bygone era. Avlora, it is time you had a rest as well.
What do you mean by that, Your Grace?
Your soldiers have fought long and hard. Any longer and their morale may suffer for it.
But what of House Wolffort? Prince Roland is still with them. Is that not cause for concern?
There are no lords left worth worrying about. House Wolffort stands alone after Roland's uprising.
Even so, we would do well not to underestimate them. Even standing alone, they once changed the course of the Salt Iron War.
House Wolffort is no longer the hunter, but the hunted. Or do you believe you understand something that I do not, General?
No. Forgive me, Your Grace.
Roland requests a favor of Benedict, who responds with a shocking proposition. But first, we're going to the encampment. Someone's gonna get a promotion. What about the trade post? Nothing new. Okay. We could go for another quiet at this point. Yeah. I still haven't used any yet, but you know. Get there eventually. Roland's pretty... He's not great. Yet. I know he can be. He's not quite there yet. So if we promote him, it might help. Especially the fact that a lot of these seem to be like, hey, don't let Roland die. Which I'm like, you know, he's the prince. I get it.
This day shall be ours!
That makes sense. Then the ability to push back. So, you know, promoting him, maybe preventing the death. before the war, I went to the duchy to study ironworking. The craftspeople there are unparalleled. I remember watching them work with my jaw slack and my eyes wide more than once. Okay.
You wish to speak to me, Your Highness?
I wish to leave the Wolffort domain.
And you want me to persuade Lord Serenoa?
Yes. Though I doubt he will welcome the conversation after the scales have spoken. But the people are tired. Their expressions grim. And this castle is no different.
Even so, the decision was made together.
Yes. But I think we all know that I am at the source of our troubles. The responsibility ultimately falls to me.
If you truly wish to take responsibility, then I do have an idea.
And I would hear it.
Give me that ring.
But this is proof that I belong to the royal family. What would you do with it?
Have you die for your people.
Travis and Trish's band happen upon a startling discovery on the riverbank. Oh, Sir Maxwell? Maybe?
Hey, boss. Come take a look at this.
No, not Sir Maxwell. Roll it. Well, supposedly roll it.
Or maybe not so poor, judging by these clothes.
Hey, Pa! Remember what I said about that reward money?
Of course I do. This might just be him.
Pa, take a look at this!
A shiny ring, huh? Is that the royal emblem? This has got to be Prince Roland!
The corpse is regrettably too damaged to identify, but the royal signet is unmistakable. Aside from Cordelia, there is only one who would wear the royal family's ring. There can be no doubt, this is Prince Roland.
Excuse me, Your Grace, but about that reward.
Thalas, give them their coin.
Yes, brother.
Thank you kindly for your generosity, Your Grace.
What a waste. Is this truly how the Kingdom of Glenbrook meets its end?
House Wolffort are no fools. Their friend was only a liability. They have spared themselves by forsaking the prince. They may have escaped, but there are none who would help them. There is no reason for us to concern ourselves with House Wolffort any longer.
A shame.
Your poor brother, betrayed by his most trusted friend.